Good morning. This is Mama Jess, everything you wish your mother told you. I was out on my morning walk and I was thinking about the roles of a mother and father. And oftentimes they say a father is the provider and protector and the mother is the nurturer and cares for you in just these practical ways or emotional ways. And I thought about that, but I also want to protect. And I might not protect in a way of being a big, strong man that can pound somebody, but I do want to protect. And I realized, what am I trying to protect from? And that's the children being harmed. So I guess that was be caring for the kids. But what would harm the children, the young people? And in my life, what has harmed me more than anything are lies. Any kind of deception. Any way someone's trying to manipulate me, because when they're trying to manipulate you, they're trying to get something from you against your will. They want to dupe you so they can steal from you. So when you're dealing with thieves, there's always an injury. It breaks trust. It makes you afraid of the world. You don't feel safe anymore. And there can be some thieves that cross every boundary and they bring, sometimes it would feel like irreparable damage to your life. So I'm walking along and I'm thinking about what happened yesterday. I was walking through the mall in Santa Cruz or Capitola, and it was actually very busy. This is a place that supposedly was going to be shutting down at some point because people just don't go to the mall anymore. They go online. So we're cruising through the mall. We come upon this little kiosk of alpaca sweaters and ponchos, and I'm really so committed to natural fibers because it's a smart way to dress and regulate your temperature, and the clothes last longer. So there's all these smart reasons why you want to invest in higher quality clothes. When you understand even the physics behind these kinds of clothes, you understand this is what smart people throughout time have worn and why they're able to survive. So when I walked up to the guy, I said, well, what do you think about this sweater? So I was wearing this sweater. Okay, I got this sweater a little bit ago. Now, when I first went to touch the sweater, I went, that doesn't really feel right. This doesn't feel like natural. So, because I'm always looking for the natural fiber stuff, wool, cotton, cashmere, linen, silk, whatever, anything natural. So I go to it, and so I touch it and I feel it. I go, I don't think so. But then what it says is fabric, cotton and wool. Like those are two natural fibers, right? So why would I doubt it when I bought this? Well, I go to the guy who is clearly a professional, who he knows what's authentic just by touching it. So he touched it and he goes, that is not 100% natural fiber. And I went, well, but it said so on the tag. He's like, but it's not. And I was kind of encouraged by him saying that because I thought, exactly. I also felt in my senses, in my gut, this was not real, that it was false advertising. And this man validated that for me. So I said, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go home and I'm going to test this. I had a thought to test this. So this is what I want to teach you today. So in the midst of all of the lies and the insincerity of our country, of people trying to deceive you, to sell you something that is fake, right, to scam you somehow, this is a lesson on fabric, okay? So what you want to do is, like underneath, the inside of the garment, try to pull as many of like these fuzzy balled up pieces off. Don't like rip it and grab one of the threads and pull in a way that's gonna, unravel the thing or tear it. But try to get as much of it as you can, and you're gonna ball it up. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm not feeling really well and I don't have the energy to do it. And I did it last night and I'm just telling you how to do it. But you wanna take as much of this fuzz and you wanna wad it up into a little ball, kind of like make it into like a little log. And then you're going to take a torch or a flame. And I put this in a little metal skillet pan. And so I lit one end, and you're going to watch it burn. And when it burns, you're going to be able to tell if it's a natural fiber or if there's synthetic in it. And that's because natural fiber is going to burn in a way where it turns to total ashes and it just disintegrates. And there's nothing left behind other than a little bit of an ash residue on your finger. But if it's synthetic, if it's made of petroleum of any kind, it's going to, like plastic, right? That's what synthetic means. It's plastic in your clothing. It's going to go zzz, and then it's going to ball up into a really hard little plastic ball. And that's how you know that it's fake. So Mama Jess is here today to tell you that just because a label says something doesn't mean that's what it is. So you want to be skeptical. You want to be like completely not trusting unless the product or the salesperson or whatever it is you're going to sell has proven to you beyond a shadow of a doubt that indeed this is an authentic thing. So sadly, this is a fabric made in China. And what I found weird about this one when I first was looking at it at the store, it says 56.3% cotton and 43.7% wool. I've never heard of any percentages given. And I didn't quite understand why they had to do that. But the thing is, this is a lie. Okay, I'm telling you right now, this is a lie. This company who made this sweater thought it would be okay to lie. Now, I would have preferred if they said like 1% acrylic or polyester or whatever it is, but they didn't, okay? But anyway, so I've discovered that this is a scam. This is a sham, and this is a shame. This is a bummer because you begin to learn the hard truth that people can be liars, especially salesmen. They're just trying to make the sale, and they don't care about you. They just want your money. And so just a quick little story that I learned from my Russian literature professor. He told me about Rome. During the time of Rome, they were selling a lot of ceramic pots. And those pots sometimes would crack in the process of being made and moved around, shipped and stuff. So what they did to salvage the pot is they would push wax up in it, and then they would paint it. So it looks like the integrity's there, but it's a lie. So you're getting this cracked pot that will probably break if you put anything in it or heat it, or it's going to fluctuate with the temperatures, hot and cold. And so what the honest salesmen started doing is they would stamp sincere on the bottom. And sincere would mean without wax. So they're trying to say, our product is sincere. It is true. There's integrity there. You can trust that we're not lying to you. So this is a big lesson, not only for learning that there are a lot of insincere people in the world. They're dishonest with you. And that's how we use the word, right? Sincere or insincere. When someone's sincere, they are true. And you can trust their character, but it will take time to trust. You have to build trust with someone. You don't just give it to them. So again, the lesson is if you find something that you really like let's say at a thrift store, what you can do is try to pull off some of the little fuzz and things without, and try to get like ball it up and without, harming the garment at all. And go outside with a lighter and burn it and see if that is actually a true material. Or sometimes the tag's not on it and you don't know if it's a true natural fiber material. So you want to know, and that's the way to know. So in this dishonest, fallen, sinful world of insincere people everywhere, you need to know the tricks, all right? And this is what moms are there for. Like, we're going to learn the tricks so that you don't have to be duped, and you don't have to waste your money. And it's not just about learning how to protect yourself from people ripping you off with buying a sweater. It's also about learning that there are a lot of other ways that a mother has to protect you, okay? Because the truth will set you free and lies will enslave you. And I do not want you to be a slave when you grow up. So I love you, and I'll continue to teach you all of the things I have learned that have helped protect me from insincere people. So I'll talk with you soon. Thank you for your time. Take care. Bye-bye.